Good evening, Cedric. How are you? Sorry about that. Good evening, Cedric.
Hi, Todd. Sorry, didn't hear you there. Can you hear me? Is
Oh, yeah, loud and clear.
that not working? Can you hear me, Todd?
Yeah, a little bit of an echo, but yeah.
Hello.
Good evening. How are you?
Good. How are you? This is Elise.
Good to talk to you again. Everyone happen to get some dinner in before this started?
Of course. I'm retired, so that's a priority.
Oh, absolutely. And I'm more of a
Anybody else?
lunch guy.
Oh, go ahead.
I was like, I'm just more of a lunch guy, but dinner's great too.
Anybody else on yet?
Yeah, we've got McClure Engineering on. Of course, we've got Spencer Community Access. We got Jonas Noble, Tony Pepe, Tom Lokes. That's it so far.
Todd, are you going to reach out to members, make sure you have a quorum tonight?
Yeah, I just texted Steven now. I'm working on the remainder.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, I just heard back from Steve, and he's on his way. No word on Alan just yet, but I'll keep going. Good evening, Stephen. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Sorry, everyone, for being late.
No worries.
Hmm.
Todd, I just spoke with Al. He's having a hard time getting on. You can give him a couple more minutes, please.
Sure. Not to worry.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, hello.
Is this Todd?
Yes, sir.
Oh, this is the chair. I finally got on after
Oh,
about
great.
20 attempts. Is everybody still here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Everybody's on. Okay, so it is 7:13. We'll open the meeting. Welcome to the Zoning Board of Appeals for the meeting March 15th. We are this meeting of the Zoning Board of Appeals is being conducted remotely, consistent with Governor Baker's executive order of March 12, 2020, pursuant to the current state of emergency in the Commonwealth due to the outbreak of the COVID-19 virus. In order to mitigate the transmission of the COVID-19 virus, we have suspended public gatherings, and as such, the governor's orders suspends the requirement of the open meeting law to have all meetings in a publicly accessible physical location. We are meeting remotely and broadcasting live on Spencer Cable Access to ensure public viewing access. Hopefully this will be the last meeting that's being held virtual. Okay, members sitting tonight are myself, the chair, Alan Collette, Elise Johns, and Stephen Tyler. When asked to speak, please address the chair, state your name and address. Tonight's hearing is the applicant is the Concord Brewery Incorporated, doing business as Rapscallion, 1 Strawberry Hill Road, Acton, Mass. This is for a special permit. Zoning bylaw sections appropriate are 7.2 special permits. Location is 8 Meadow Road. The zoning district is commercial. They're applying to operate a microbrewery on Meadow Road, at Meadow Road. And I'll just read the general description from Rapscallion Brewery regarding zoning special permit description. Rapscallion Brewery, located at 8 Meadow Road, looks to operate a manufacturing brewery and tap room commencing in the spring of 2021, depending on town approvals. We plan to brew less than 5,000 barrels a year at this location for on-premise consumption and off-premise sales. Hours of operation for manufacturing beer is 7 days a week, approximately 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Retail hours will be limited to afternoons and early evenings, including weekends. Brewery employees are less than 10, mixed between manufacturing and retail. Occupancy for retail will be dependent upon town approval. We anticipate less than 60 people, respectively. Rapscallion Brewery. We have somebody on the line to represent the petitioner.
Yes, Cedric Daniel. I'm representing Rapscallion and Jonas Noble, the head brewer.
Okay. Would you like to add anything to the petition at this time?
You in your narrative there in the briefing you just read, we did an updated one that I'm just trying to locate it right now, that states our occupancy of 16. And just bear with me here. Todd, you have a copy of that, correct?
I do have that, yes.
Did I guess
Okay.
the chair never got that, or?
He should have. I believe that should have been posted. Hang on.
Okay, so the updated version is for how many people in the city?
16, sir. One to the chair. 16, sir. 1-6.
Okay, and that's not including employees. That's people for Well, can you just elaborate on that?
Yes, sir. Yes, I spoke with Dwayne Amos, our zoning enforcement officer, and due to the parking situation, 16 is the largest amount of customers that would be they'll be able to accommodate. That is not That's not completely exclusive of being extended in the future. However, should Rapscallion desire to extend that number, they would have to provably document access to other parking facilities.
Other parking facilities in regards to on the premises?
Yes. So if they were looking to expand upon that number, Rapscallion would have to demonstrate some sort of a agreement or some sort of leasing with owners of other parking spaces nearby.
Okay. The only problem with that is that wouldn't be allowed. That's not to say that you couldn't do that, but as far as permit goes forward, you have to. We will hold you to the number of spaces that you have on the property.
Exactly. 16 would be the largest amount of customers that would be permitted.
That's based on the plans that I'm sure are in front of you, Chair, with the 8 parking spots. But I think where Todd was alluding to, if down the road, a year from now, 2 years from now, on this acre parcel, if we're willing to change or update the parking plan, there's plenty of space on the acreage to add, another 5 parking spaces, which would, we would apply for an amendment or the proper channels to increase the occupancy of 25. I think that's where you're going, right, Todd?
To the chair. Yes, that's correct.
Okay, so on the plan it says 28 spots.
Yeah, I think you
Correct.
have it's 8 spots on the engineered stamped plan. Do you have the plans in front of you, Mr. Chair?
Yeah, I do. I
Yeah,
have what was submitted.
Yeah, the engineered from McClure Engineering, there's 8 designated parking spots, which faces the 16 occupancy.
Okay, so my question to you would be, where would the alternate spaces be if you needed them?
To the left of the building, there's an open space, and again, we're not exploring this now or in the near future. This is down the road, potentially next year, if we wanted to have an additional 5 parking spots per se. There's open space to the left of the building.
Okay. I mean, that's fine if that's what you want to go with, but I just find that it would seem to me that you would get much more traffic than that.
Well, right now, right now, our focus is on brewing beer and having an outlet to sell our cans, which is part of the 16 occupancy, part of the retail license. Again, down the road, if we want a little more wiggle room, we're only talking a few more cars, a few more spots. That's the avenue we would go. I think that's what we're going with, what we're trying to.
Okay, I mean, I'm just thinking of, and I'm probably totally off base with this, but the situation in Charlton with Treehouse.
No, I don't mean to cut you off. We're a very small outfit, and it's only an acre lot. They have hundreds of acres there, so yeah, we have our main retail tap room in Sturbridge. We have 2 other restaurants at Acton and in Concord. It's not the same business model as the Charlton facility. I appreciate a lot of people know that brewery is the latest business model around here, but where it's a totally different business model.
Okay, so just so you understand, I mean that the number of parking that would be a condition on the permit going forward. And, you know, there wouldn't be any parking allowed on Meadow Road, just so you know.
We understand.
Okay. Okay, and I was just, well, at this time, I'll ask the other members if they have any questions going forward.
Mr. Chair, if I may, this is Elise Johns. I had
Yeah.
sent an email out requesting building permit information, and I received it just a while ago. Building permit for 2020 was pulled for the floor drain system, the plumbing permit, and electrical permit. However, their Facebook page has been extremely active. Starting on December, well, we'll go back to the very beginning. On August 24th, 2020, they announced their plans to come to Spencer. On November 12th, 2020, while they were talking about their 3 Arnold Road